Hi everyone. In this video, I got solution to two questions. These questions appeared as part of the sample paper for term 2 given by the CBSE Board for class 10 math, the basic version of the paper. These two questions are from the chapter surface areas and volumes. Both are easy questions. One question is a section A question, which is a 2-mark question. The other one is a case study based question. The first one essentially is dealing with volumes and surface areas of cubes and cuboids. Let's get started with the question. 3 cubes each of volume, 64 centimeter cube, are joined end to end to form a cuboid. What we need to determine is the total surface area of the cuboid thus formed. We'll start with one of the cubes, right? Let's look at the top view or the front view of a cube, right? Let's take this to be the front view of the cube. The side of the cube, let it be equal to A centimeters. We've got 3 such cubes and they are joined to form a cuboid. So the length of the cuboid is equal to 3A. The width of the cuboid will stay as A, which is nothing but the side of the cube, and the height of the cuboid will also be the same as the height of the cube, which is the side of the cube, which is equal to A. Now, for a cube, we have said its side is equal to A. For the cuboid thus formed by joining these 3 cubes, length will be equal to 3A, width is equal to A, and height is equal to A. We need to find out the surface area, total surface area of this cuboid. For that, all that we need is the value of A and plugging this value of A into the formula to compute the total surface area. What do we have for the cube? For the cube, we have the volume. Volume of cube is equal to A cube if its side is A, and that is given to be equal to 64. If A cube is equal to 64, then we know that A is equal to 4. If A is equal to 4, length is equal to 3A, which is equal to 12, width is equal to A, which is equal to 4, and height is equal to A, which is also equal to 4 as far as the cuboid goes. What's the formula to compute the total surface area of a cuboid? The formula to compute the total surface area of cuboid is equal to 2 times of LB plus LH plus BH is what we have. Length is 12, width or breadth is equal to 4, height is equal to 4. So total surface area is equal to 2 times of 12 times 4 plus another 12 times 4 plus breadth and height are both 4. So 4 times 4 is what we have. So this is 2 times of 48 plus 48 is 96 plus 16, which is equal to 112. 2 times 112 is equal to 224. All units are in centimeters, so it's an area we are talking about. So 224 centimeters square is the total surface area of the cuboid. Rather straightforward, simple question. Move to the next one. The case study based question, 5-mark question. This basically gives us some background information about the dolls in Krishna Nagar in West Bengal. You can read it for information's sake. Let's just jump into the next slide, which gives us details for solving this question, right? So what we have here is that they're talking about 4 dolls. In the first doll, information is given in the next slide. I'm just pointing out what is important to us right now. They're talking about apples, the first doll, oranges of the second doll, this blue man in the third doll, and the drum in the fourth doll. These are the things that are being discussed in the question. Let's get started with what is being discussed. The ratio of the diameters of the red spherical apples in doll 1 to that of the spherical oranges in doll 2 is 2:3, right? We know that both oranges, apples and oranges are spherical. The ratio of the diameters is 2:3 is what is mentioned, right? Let's read on further. In doll 3, male doll of blue color has cylindrical body and a spherical head, right? This doll we are talking about has a cylindrical body and a spherical head. What is given about the dimensions of it? The spherical head touches the cylindrical body, good. The radius of both the spherical head and the cylindrical body is 3 centimeters. The radius is 3 for both the cylinder and the sphere, and the height of the cylinder is 8 centimeters. Based on this information, they want us to solve 2 parts. The first part is, what is the ratio of the surface areas of the red spherical apples in doll 1 to that of the spherical oranges in doll 2? The second one pertains to doll 3 and 4. We'll look at it subsequently. We'll solve part 1 first, right? Part 1, we need to find out the ratio of the surface areas of the red spherical apples to the oranges in doll 1 and doll 2. What data do we have? Ratio of the diameters is in the ratio of 2:3 for apples to oranges. Diameter ratio D1 is to D2 is equal to 2:3. Evidently, the ratio of the radii will be R1 is to R2, which will also be equal to 2:3. we need to find out the ratio of their surface areas. These are spheres. Ratio of the surface areas, we'll call it as SA1 is to SA2, will be the ratio of the formula to compute the surface area. Formula to compute the surface area for sphere is 4 pi r square. So this is going to be equal to 4 pi r1 square is to 4 pi r2 square. So what we need to find out is the ratio of the surface areas of apples to oranges. 4 pi can be taken common and cancelled. You can divide both of these ratios by f4 pi. So this would translate to r1 square is to r2 square. So we'll have to find out the ratio of the surface areas, which is r1 square is to r2 square. r1 is to r2 is a 2 is to 3. So therefore this is going to be equal to 2. We move on to the next question. We'll just solve it here itself. So this is equal to 2 square is to 3 square, which is equal to f4 is to 9. So the ratio of their surface areas is 4 is to 9. So part 1 of the section C question is done. Let's move on to part 2, which talks about the third and the fourth doll. The blue doll of doll 3 is melted and its clay is used to make cylindrical drum of doll 4. So taking doll 3, which has got a spherical head and a cylindrical body, we are melting it and making it into the cylindrical drum of doll 4. Which essentially means that the volume of doll 3 is going to be equal to the volume of the drum in doll 4. If the radius of the drum is also 3 centimeters, find the height of the drum, right, which is what we need to find out. What we know about this blue doll is that its spherical head and cylindrical body both have radius of 3 centimeters and the cylindrical body has a height of 8 centimeters. So doll 3, we'll write it down here, and this we'll say is doll 4. Volume of doll 3 is equal to volume of drum of doll 4, drum of doll 4. Doll 3 essentially has a sphere and it's got a cylinder. So sphere of radius 3 centimeters plus cylinder of radius 3 and height equal to 8. This is equal to the volume of drum of doll 4, which is cylinder of, what is the height of the cylinder? The height of the cylinder is what we need to find out. The radius of the cylinder is given to be equal to 3. Cylinder of radius, which is equal to 3 centimeters. Height is equal to what is what the question is. Sphere volume formula is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube, which is 3 cube. Cylinder formula for volume is pi r squared h. So pi into 3 square into 8. This is equal to the volume of the cylinder in the drum of doll 4, which is pi into 3 square into the height. Right. What all is common? Pi is common, so divide this entire equation by pi. So pi gets cancelled with pi. 3 cancels with this 3 cube to leave us with a 3 square. So what do we see here is a 4 into 3 square plus 8 into 3 square is equal to 3 square times h. So 3 square is common to all parts of the equation. So let's divide the entire equation by 3 square. That will leave us with 4 plus 8 is equal to h, or height is equal to 12 centimeters.
Before you leave, I want you to do 2 things. 1, sign up at online.maxtute.com to get started with CBSE Class 10 Math online tuitions. It takes all of 5 minutes and less than 3 steps to get started. And second thing, I want you to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so that you get notified every time a new video is uploaded. Spread the word about this channel to your friends and classmates.